deep one. You bet! Caitlin Clark!
How will she go for history? The all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball.
What is required to transform a college athlete into a legend whose name resonates beyond the chart-bursting sport she played? Is it the chart-bursting stats, the game-deciding buzzer beaters, or is it something deeper? Well, only one way to find out. It might seem like Caitlin Clark merely excelled at basketball. However, she revolutionized the sport along with the whole community of fans by breaking scoring records and highlighting her team into the national limelight. Clark did exactly what she was supposed to do from the very start.
I dreamed of stuff like this. Like, this isn't stuff I hadn't thought about. What was your dream as a little girl?
This is not merely a tale about basketball. It's a narrative about perseverance, guidance, and a young lady who emerged as the symbol of a movement. Are you ready to see Caitlin Clark's beside basketball journey? Let's get into it. There was something so magical about the cheers and applause that resonate throughout Kinnick Stadium on game day. The cries of "Go Hawks!" went across a vast expanse of black and gold, bringing along a feeling of pride that's interlaced into the core of Iowa sports. However, that day, the atmosphere felt really unique. Light-charged, reminiscent, and filled with respect. The best part was that this wasn't centered on basketball. No, this moment, along with its emotions, was dedicated to Caitlin Clark, the name that has become a souvenir to Iowa in the best possible way.
Throughout my life, whether it was in school, whether it was soccer, whether it was softball, whether it was track, really any sport I was doing, but especially in basketball, I always wanted to be the best, and there was times where I definitely wasn't or I failed.
Clark has always captivated admirers with her unrivaled basketball abilities. Her deep three-pointers, precision passes, and unwavering confidence have made her a household name not only in Iowa, but around the country. Today, however, the reason for her admiration has shifted from another floor to the hollow grounds of Kinnick, where tens of thousands have assembled to honor a woman who has revolutionized Iowa women's basketball. As the cameras scanned over the stadium, place cards with her name and jersey number 22, traveled through the crowd like waves. Caitlin Clark, the Queen of Iowa, reads one. Another proudly declares, future Hall of Famer. The enthusiasm is contagious, and as Clark strides onto the field, the crowd's joy only grows and grows for her.
You know, you get back up and you keep trying, and I think perseverance has always been a big thing too.
This is more than simply a homage. It's a celebration of a historic era. Iowa fans are accustomed to seeing great athletes, but Caitlin Clark has left a legacy of optimism, greatness, and the idea that anything is possible. The mood was an ideal balance of nostalgia and pride. As Clark approaches the sidelines, she was met with a standing ovation that spans the stadium. Fans didn't come simply to celebrate her accomplishments. They were here to recognize the person who changed Iowa women's basketball to unimaginable heights.
Okay guys, we're back. Did you miss us? Because we missed you.
Clark's reunion with old colleagues Gabby Marshall and Kate Martin was another really wholesome thing about that day. The three have established an unshakable friendship over years of tough matches, amazing wins, and unforgettable memories. Their joy and camaraderie remind everyone of the bonds that make sports so great beyond the courts. Current Iowa players' admiration and enthusiasm for Clark reflected in their wide-eyed eyes. For them, this is more than simply a homecoming. It's a source of inspiration from their true inspiration. The hype peaks during a timeout when Clark and her teammates step down on the field. As the announcer's words echoes throughout the stadium, the audience explodes, rising to their feet in unison. The clapping is tremendous, a collective display of thanks for a player who not only won games, but also won hearts. The genuineness of her statements and the emotions channeling through her voice sparked another round of applause. This was so much more than simply a celebration of Caitlin Clark's accomplishments, records, and stats. It was the emotions people have kept for her all these years, the legacy she left behind, and the hope of what's next.
Especially throughout even middle school, I was still doing a bunch of different sports, and once I got into high school, I was just doing basketball and soccer.
Caitlin Clark's ascent to fame is one of the stories that'll be written in in basketball history for the new generation, especially the way she rose to fame with so many critics having her claws on her and merciless rivals on the court. Clark's path has been nothing short of incredible, beginning as a high school superstar at Dowling Catholic in West Des Moines, where she averaged 33.4 points per game her senior year, and culminating in a record-breaking career at Iowa.
My time practicing and doing and getting better at, so that's kind of what I started to focus on probably about sophomore year of high school, and kind of knew I would have a future.
During her tenure at Iowa, Clark endured difficulties that would have shattered many athletes. Opponents set up defenses to neutralize her, including double teams and box-and-one systems. However, she adapted, flourished, and proved why she is the Caitlin Clark. Every single time. Her 2022-2023 season demonstrated her resilience and competence better than ever. Clark topped the country in scoring 27.8 points per game and assists 8.6 assists per game, becoming the first player in NCAA history, male or female, to lead both categories in the same season. One of her career-defining moments occurred against Indiana in February 2023. With the game deadlocked and the clock winding down, Clark sank a tremendous three-pointer at the buzzer to secure the win. The play went viral immediately, with ESPN's highlight clip receiving millions of views within hours.
Davis, time winding down. Are they going to get the ball up in time? Clark for the win!
Her postseason performance was also as amazing as ever. Clark led the Hawkeyes to their first NCAA championship game, scoring a tournament record 191 points. Her 41-point triple-double versus Louisville in the Elite Eight was a masterpiece in basketball performance, demonstrating her ability to dominate on the grandest stage. While Clark's numbers are staggering, more than 3,400 career points, 930 assists, and 810 rebounds, they only tell half of the tale that she lived. Her effect on Iowa women's basketball extends far beyond the stats.
Two to shoot for Clark. She'll need the heroics here. And doesn't. Is anyone surprised?
Since her arrival, Iowa has seen a 25% boost in home game attendance, with Carver Hawkeye Arena often selling out. Media coverage of the program increased dramatically, with Iowa games attracting national TV viewership comparable to certain NBA games. The Hawkeyes were the team to watch, and Clark was a must-see talent. Her leadership on and off the field changed the culture of Iowa basketball. Teammates describe her as highly competitive, yet profoundly supportive, a player who inspires others around her to improve. Her selfless play and court vision elevated excellent players to outstanding ones, benefiting the entire program more than ever before. Clark's homecoming also demonstrates the bond she formed throughout her stay in Iowa. Her friendship with Gabby Marshall and Kate Martin is as strong as ever as they pursue careers in the WNBA. They've become Iowa basketball ambassadors, promoting collaboration and perseverance. Even Lisa Bluder, their former coach, burst into tears as she embraced Clark. As she commented about Clark's legacy, Bluder's passion for her former star player was clear. But that's not it. Clark's influence extends well beyond Iowa. Her success has encouraged a new generation of young athletes, especially females, to take up basketball. According to the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, girls basketball participation has increased by 18% since Clark joined the Hawkeyes, a direct result of her influence. She uses her platform, the Caitlin Clark Foundation, to give back. The foundation's mission is to provide impoverished youngsters access to education and sports opportunities. Clark's basketball clinics, where she trains young players, are extremely popular, frequently selling out within minutes.
I think, well, my mom has this piece of paper when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, and it has you write down all your dreams in these little bubbles. And I remember one of them was playing the WNBA and earn a basketball scholarship.
One of the most moving events of her homecoming was a visit to a children's hospital. Clark, accompanied by Martin and Marshall, made young patients smile, demonstrating once again that her talent extends beyond the court. As Clark prepares to embark on the next stage of her career, she leaves a profound message for those who will follow her lead. During her final minutes in front of the Iowa audience, she passed her championship ring to a group of young players, a symbolic move that reflects her confidence in the program's future.
And a big night for Caitlin Clark, 44 points.
Caitlin Clark's debut season in the WNBA has already garnered attention. The Indiana Fever drafted her first overall, and she had an immediate impact, guiding her club to its first playoff berth in almost a decade. Her stats, averaging 21.5 points, 6.7 assists, and 5.2 rebounds per game, earned her Rookie of the Year accolades and cemented her place as one of the most accomplished players. Despite her accomplishments, Clark's attachment to Iowa is unshakable, and it will remain so. Caitlin Clark's journey is far from complete, but her impact at Iowa is already carved in history. What are your thoughts on her great impact? Please share your ideas in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable alerts so you never miss an update on Caitlin's extraordinary career. As always, we'll see you at the next one.